A very, very special coin. Excuse me, you can see more details on .com. All right, more secrets tonight. I love this. So this is called Secret Silver, the Eisenhower dollar set on 2 flex pays, first time back since January, actually.
Yeah, this is another one of those coins. So, secret again. People are going, what do you mean secret? You got it right there in front of you. How secret can it be? And I get that. But when people look at Eisenhower silver dollars like this, what they see is the things that they had in their change, that they have, you know, in their dresser drawer. They put away these things, and anytime they get them, they throw them away. Throw them in there, and then people come up to me and go, Mike, what is this worth? And I go, it's worth $1. You know, it's change.
Right.
These are not those. These are the special collector edition. And it says right there, uncirculated silver. This is the silver version. These are 4 silver dollars in the original government packaging.
Wow.
We call these, because we're very inventive in the coin world, blue pack Ikes. And why do we call them that?
Because they come in blue packages.
Because they come in blue packages.
Right there.
Yeah, they come in blue packages, right. Okay, so.
You guys are so jazzy.
Yeah, that's right.
You really are.
So the proof ones of these come out, and they come in brown boxes. So what do we call those?
Brown eyes.
Brown box Ikes. Okay. and proof sets that come in green boxes. What do we call those?
Green box.
Green box.
Ikes.
Well, those would be green box proof sets. No Ike, just green box. So we're very descriptive. Okay, we're not very.
They're rather literal guys.
Yeah, we're very literal guys.
Yes.
And that's why we bring this to you. This is the entire set. So when they did these Eisenhower dollars, they did them only in 71, 72, 73, and 74.
And they released one a year, obviously.
They're one per year from the San Francisco Mint. They weren't in the mint sets. They only came in these little blue packs. Huh. So when silver goes crazy in 1979 and goes to $50 an ounce, these were melted by the hundreds of thousands of millions. So all of a sudden, they started becoming rare. So much so that I have, of course, my trusty nationally advertised catalog. I'm going to make this really easy for you. The key coin is the 1973.
Okay.
Individually, if you buy this coin individually in the original government packaging, what's that say? You see, I have my.
Yeah, that's a goodie. $125
for this coin.
Dang.
For this coin in a nationally advertised catalog, just like this, exactly
not
like
graded,
$125. Wow. The other ones are far $45, $44, and $58.50. So in other words, coin by coin, you're looking at $273. If you buy them individually, I'm $89.95.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, and here's why. That I haven't had them back.
Since January.
January, here's why. If I indiscriminately charge $273, I can get a bunch of them, okay?
Right.
But that's not what we do. I make sure that I get the best coins so that the blue packs are fine. There's nothing wrong with the film. The coins are not tarnished. The coins aren't beat up. You get them in the original government packaging, and most importantly for me, I get them at the right price so that we can do $89.95. Now, I know silver has gone up fairly dramatically since December. I'm holding my price here. That's been the problem with getting these coins. As silver goes up, the underlying value, the intrinsic value of these as silver dollars goes up as well, and makes it more and more difficult for us to put these coins together in quality, in terms of quality and quantity. So that's what's happening. So we're going to give you about 3 minutes here. These are always extraordinarily popular. Yeah. I suspect I brought in, I forget what I brought in. I think I put together 1,000 sets or so.
Is that, so, Steve, how many did you bring in?
I hope we have enough. I might even have a few more than that. I don't even recall. We've been very aggressively purchasing of this. Oh my goodness.
We only have 498.
I have less than 500, my bad. I thought I had a whole lot more. Okay, oops, yeah, oopsie, there you go, 495. And these are gonna go quickly as well. See,
let me explain why though, because a lot of you go online. It just makes sense. It's so much easier to go online and shop before we get here. Yeah. So all of our collectors go online because they know a show's coming up, and they know it's called loading. We load the items in. And some of them, like I said, are last minute loads. Like it happens very late to the show, simply because we've got to confirm that he's gonna bring them in and we've got them. So
well, it's a really last minute thing.